Hello and welcome back to the Homestead. In today's video, we are going to work on making homemade Greek yogurt. And all you'll need is an Instapot, milk, either from a store or if you have your own cow, even better. I don't have one, so we're just going to use store-bought whole milk. And your favorite yogurt, whichever one that you think is the best. Mine was from Fahe Zero Total. And all you're going to need is a half a cup of yogurt to get it started. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is plug in your Instapot. So turn it on. Alright, and if your Instapot has the yogurt setting, you'll be able to make homemade yogurt. Mine's a Power Quick Pot, works the same way as an Instapot. So turn it on. We're going to push yogurt on mine, and we are going to want it on high. And we'll just press that, and then it's going to start heating up. Once your Instapot's on and ready to go, we're going to put the whole gallon of milk into the pot. Once all the milk's in there, we're going to cover it up. And then it's going to heat it up and do its thing. So just wait for your Instapot to beep and you're ready for the next step. Alright, so it's maybe been about an hour and you can see my Instapot now says cool, so it's cooling down the milk that it just heated up. So we need it to cool down to about 110, 105 Fahrenheit. So you can do it either way. I just take off the lid and let it cool this way. It takes longer, but I'm fine with that. I can go do something else while it sits and cools. And my Instapot, when it is cool enough, will beep and tell me I'm done. Come do the next step. I have seen some people take this out and put it into an ice bath, making sure that the water and ice are on the bottom and all around and not getting into the milk. But either way is fine. Whichever way you prefer, do it. So I'm just going to let this sit and we'll come back when it's beeped. Alright, so my Instapot is beeping. It is ready for the next step. So we are going to remove the film off the top of this. And then once that's done, we'll get to the next step. Alright, so we can look in here. Not sure if you can see it, but there's a film on the top. So you're just going to try and take that off. So you're going to take a half a cup from your previous batch, or if you're just starting, a half a cup of your favorite yogurt from the store. So you're going to take your Greek yogurt and you want a half a cup of it. I'm using mine from my last batch. I'm no longer getting it from the store. So you're going to take that and you're going to ladle some of the milk on top of it. Then you're going to mix it together till it's mixed nice and well. Alright, once it's all mixed together, then you're going to pour it in. Give it a nice mix. Put your cover back on. So got the cover on, the yogurt button. And for now we've got 9 hours that it's going to culture it and turn it into our Greek yogurt. Alright, so we'll be back in 9 hours and we'll get to the next step. Okay, the Instapot went off, the 9 hours is up, and the yogurt is done. At this stage, it is regular yogurt. we want it to be Greek, so we need to make it thicker. So we need to drain the whey off of the milk. So I just use a pot that I think would be big enough to collect all the whey. You get about half a gallon of whey. And then a strainer. And either a cheesecloth or I just use a flour sack. So line that. And then I just take a spatula and I take it, run it around the sides of the pot to loosen it up. Put a X in it. All right, then just scoop some out and put it into there. All right, so we're just going to scoop it all out of here, right into the strainer with the cheesecloth. Some people, you could just dump it in if you feel brave enough. I go this way. So right now it's just regular yogurt. You can go ahead and eat it this way. And the longer you let it drain the whey out, the thicker it will get. Usually about 8 hours to strain gets it to the thickness that I like. I like mine a thicker Greek yogurt. When it gets down low enough, I dump the rest in. Slowly. Mine just barely fits in there. So then I just pull up on the corners, grab in the middle, and you're just going to try and group it up here as much as you can. You can see the whey is already draining out of it. Let's give it a little twist. Twist it up. And then it's going to go in the fridge. I'm going to leave mine in for 8 hours. And when it's done, we'll come back and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so the whey has drained out of the yogurt. And so now we can go ahead and take it out of the cloth. I just scrape down anything that's gotten stuck up on the cloth. All right. And then I just like to pull it away from the cloth like that. And you can scoop it up. Put it in your container. Mine has been sitting for about 11-12 hours, so it's been longer than 8. But I like it thick, so this is okay for me. If it gets too thick for you, you can just put more whey back in it. All right, so there's and that's all the yogurt it makes. Makes about 1.5 to 2 of those large pints in the store. And then in the bottom of the pot here is the whey. And you don't want to throw that out. That's full of nutrients. You can replace anything where you use water with this, and the nutrients in this will transfer into those dishes. And I just label it, put it in the fridge, and use it when you're ready. I also like putting it on like the pet's food. You can put it in your compost. Don't put it down the drain. It's very good and healthy for you. All right, now that we have all this yogurt, what do we want to do now? Okay, so one thing I like to do with it is I'll make myself my little yogurt cups. I have a large size and a small size. So I take those, and then right now I'm just using frozen fruit. You can use fresh fruit, whatever you want. Whatever fruit you want, whatever you like on your yogurt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour it in here. And I'm going to make this into a puree. So you can either have it liquidy, or you can have big chunks in it. You can have whole chunks. Whatever you like. Whatever you like on your yogurt. It will work. So, I like mine liquidy. So I pour just a little bit on the bottom. We're making fruit on the bottom yogurt. So I pour a little bit in the bottom of each one. However much you like. Alright. And then I sweeten mine with honey. You can sweeten it with maple syrup, sugar, stevia, whatever you like. I like honey. I love honey on yogurt. Even just yogurt by itself with honey, amazing. So I just put a little squirt in each one. And that'll help sweeten it up and give it a nice flavor. And then we just take our yogurt. Just plop them down in each one. Yum. I find doing it this way, it's easier to just grab and eat it. If I leave it in this, I'm too lazy. I'll leave it sit there because I'm too lazy to make up a bowl. So if I have these ready to go, grab and go. All right. Suppose if you like granola on yours, you can top it with granola also. Whatever you like. So I just put it in there. Put it in the fridge. And now I got a fruit yogurt. Love it. And one important step is make sure you save at least a half a cup so you can make your next batch of yogurt. You don't want to forget that, otherwise you have to go to the store and buy again. And that's the point we're trying to not have to do. Alright, so I just have it labeled yogurt start, and I just keep that in the fridge until I'm ready to make my next one. Enjoy!